Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK bringing you another video. I'm going to go over some longer term price action for Bitcoin here. Then I'm going to talk about an altcoin and a few different charts that I like. And then at the end, I'm going to give you another altcoin that I've got my eye on and been accumulating. I wouldn't call it an altcoin gem, I just call it something that I've personally been accumulating. I want to talk about Bitcoin's price action first. By the way, I've got a little bit of a hangover because I watched that shitty England game last night. Wowzers. I don't even want to go into it. Had a couple of Guinnesses, sat on the sofa and watched it, and I've got nothing to say. I could do a better job than Southgate, honestly. I could do a better job than Southgate over the phone, I reckon. But anyway, I'm not going to get too into that because I'm going to start getting myself angry. So looking at Bitcoin price action on the weekly, I've drawn two horizontal lines on where weekly closes have come in for Bitcoin, and it gives us a range between this level here, this pink line, 61,350 to 71,330. Bitcoin is back within that range right now. I've also put some horizontal rays on the recent wicks, which gives us a top at 73,850 and a low at 56,450. Right now, we've wicked below the closing level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th time. Nothing has changed really structurally. The RSI has come down and cooled down a bit. It gives us space to go up if we start to change this trend and go back towards the upside. I'm going to show you where I think we are in terms of like previous cycles. I'm going to show you the 2019-2020 cycle. Again, we're not mimicking this cycle. I just think structurally we're in a similar place to here. Below, or like just within a range, you could argue this has been a range from the highs here to the lows, and again we're stuck at the top of the range. This was kind of what happened here. Bitcoin made a range, it came down, retested, and then stuck in this range. Kind of what Bitcoin's done here. Maybe the start of the range, made the range, came down, retested the top of the range. In looking at the RSI, yes, we have gone higher this time, but I actually think we went higher in terms of RSI, but we also went higher in terms of price. So imagine this price action, but just up here, like within that range. Again, the price action could have been here with the RSI, but I think we got a bit overextended. And you can even see when this happened, we got the overextension due to the Bitcoin ETF coming in and the speculation and hype behind that. So I think that's actually what's happened here. And I think we're more in a structure like this, and we're about to see this sort of like blow off top, sort of like parabola or euphoria stage. And the similar thing happened in 2017. It's like, where's the area? Like this sort of area maybe. And then boom, we go on our like extension. I do believe that in the last cycle, the 2021-22 cycle, that we didn't have a full blow off top. I feel like this could have been placed on top of there. This extra area here, this is when we started to see Luna collapse, Saturday Night Live, Elon Musk came on. We could have seen a little bit further extension, but it just didn't turn out that way that time. I think we're going to be topping out around the 200 to 250k mark. That's my personal aim. That's what I think Bitcoin's going to do this cycle. People are getting like a bit crazy about the fact that that can't happen, and like obviously crypto's not performed that well when equities have been doing pretty well. Things happen really quickly in markets in general. Nvidia, for example, is a $3.1 trillion market cap asset. And I'm just going to show you the Nvidia chart to show you that even now we're having these sort of like blow off tops, euphoria stages happen. I don't think Nvidia is topping here. I think a lot of people are calling for tops, and I think that adds fuel to the fire, and Nvidia is going to continue and go higher. That's the sort of thing that you'd be looking at for Bitcoin. If liquidity comes in, Nvidia has the legs to run. If Nvidia cools down, that liquidity has to cycle somewhere else, or it will cycle somewhere else, wherever that might be. Could that be Bitcoin? There's things to keep in mind right now. A lot of people are bearish, trying to correlate equities to crypto, and I do think there is correlation there. You can see that historically, but we are coming into a time where liquidity is about to uptick in markets, and we also, since 2008, have been in a different period, reaffirmed, as I've said multiple times, by the UK gilt market first. They print money when there's an issue. Then we had C19, obviously. They print money when there's an issue. And then we had the banking crisis in the US. They print money when there's an issue. And we've got a flipping issue now, and it's with the Japanese yen against the US dollar. Look at where we are. Look at it. We're touching 160, which is a 30-year resistance level. It's an issue. I don't know exactly what their play will be, but I presume they're going to increase dollar liquidity. If they do that, I would think the DXY, which is again at its resistance level as well, within its range, will reverse if we start to see dollar liquidity uptick and assets will go nuts. When, if, I don't know that happens, but I do think that is something that will come very soon, or at least at some point soon. I don't know if very soon is, I can't really put a timeline on that. It's just how much pain they want to feel, what are the agreements going to be. The other thing that I've been talking about recently, and I still feel exactly the same about this, is XRP against ETH and XRP against Bitcoin. I feel like it's put in a low. We have no confirmation until we start to get closes above this white line for Bitcoin, but let me just show you on the 4 hour. We again touched the resistance, came back and rejected it, but each time we are making higher lows, higher lows. We might just come down a little further here before hopefully attempting to go up again. Although the RSI is holding 50, which is quite bullish, I do think XRP versus Bitcoin is in a very interesting phase right now. A clear of this white line here, and we start getting some closes up there, we can start to look for more bullish price action. And again, a clear above this level would be good. The 0.009, and then proper confirmation when we get back above this level here, which is the bottom of the previous range. Again, same for Ethereum, or similar for XRP versus ETH. This bottoming period here, we've had the closes above that. I'm going to show you on the daily because it's clearer. We've had the closes above the range here, and then we've come back and back tested that range, and now we're just chilling on top of it. Again, I would like to see some positive price action and a close above this line here. Could it come today, tomorrow? That's what I'd like to see. It's perfect timing for some sort of catalyst to come out of Judge Torres and the case itself. Will that happen? I don't know. But again, we're holding previous resistance as support right now for XRP ETH and for XRP versus Bitcoin. So eyes on that, and fingers crossed that we start to get some explosive price action for XRP. The altcoin I want to talk about is Flare. Flare on the weekly actually looks unreal. We've come down, held this weekly support level here pretty strongly. I actually accumulated some more Flare in here. If we break out for Flare, I think this is a impulsive wave 1, retrace of a wave 2, and then the next wave is going to be a wave 3. Could easily take us up to 18 to 20 cent. Let me see if I can get some Elliott waves drawn on here. Just going to be really quick waves drawn out here. Easy could be coming up here, and then the 5th wave up to 55. I think we can go up to $1, honestly do. So if we say that that's the top of wave 1, you should say that wave 3 is about 1.66 times the height of wave 1. So wave 3 could take us up to this resistance here, come back down to this support, and wave 5 takes us up towards $1, which would put it, I think, at like a $30 or $40 billion market cap for Flare right now. And then wave 5 is often similar length to wave 1. So if we start to go into a parabola phase, this sort of thing could happen. Time frames, I don't know. If it definitely happens again, I don't know. But don't rule these sort of things out for decent altcoins. If we start to get some decent performance, Flare's obviously got F assets and Layer Cake coming this year, and also going to be renting out their oracles. So they're the sort of things that I'm looking at for Flare. And finally, I said I'd give you an altcoin, and this is I'm pretty much concentrated into XRP, Flare, and Space Mesh at this point. The reason for Space Mesh is they have some really big developers. They had a marketing rollout, basically, where they were going to start listing on exchanges. That was going to start back in June, in the end of May, early June, which we did get listed on BitGet, I think. But volume's starting to uptick. We've come down for a second we've had a wave 1 that took Space Mesh up to $7. I started accumulating like 260, which were like blue line is there. We've come down. We're at like 180 now. Wave 3 could take us up really high. I'm looking at the $30-ish range, well, between $20 and $30. Wave 4 brings us back down potentially to wave 1, maybe that $7 range. And then can we get a blow off top wave 5? It's already got quite a big market cap. I think it's about 400 mil. So it is asking for a lot to see basically like a 50x from here. It obviously would bring us to like, what's that, 4 bill, 540, it'd be like 20 billion market cap. But I think it's possible if we start to see this alt season and blow off top phase getting some volume coming in. It's looking interesting. So let's see. I can't guarantee anything. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just telling you where I am, and I'm in XRP, Flare, and Space Mesh, and with a client. I'm in Wilder World, which has taken an absolute rinse in recently. I do think that the ETH ecosystem is going to do pretty well, so I've actually gone Wilder World's Ethereum Classic, and again another crypto that I don't actually personally like, just structurally I think looks pretty good, and when it moves pretty quickly, so I want some exposure to that. And I've gone for Sushi Swap, which I know the tokenomics aren't exactly great, but I think that ETH DeFi is going to do pretty well, and the supply is pretty distributed for Sushi Swap. So let's see. We've held again. We've broken out. We've held the top of the range, and let's see if we can continue from there. So they're the cryptos that I'm currently holding. I am looking to add to something like Dash or maybe Monero. Dash looks flipping great. Like this looks like Solana's chart genuinely. When Solana was at like 850, this is what it looked like. Let me actually even show you that. The more I look at Dash, the more I want to buy it. To be absolutely frank with you, this is what Solana looked like. Let's just see if I can show you in real time. Yeah, there we go, like that look. So you got the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout, back test, extension, and this is very, very similar to Dash. Left shoulder, look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout, back test, extension. Let's see what would happen if we bars pattern Solana over Dash, just to give you an idea. Again, I'm going to try and find the bars pattern while I'm live streaming, or not live streaming, but a live recording. I'm not very good at editing, guys. That's why I do it all in one take. But where is bars pattern? Why do I do this every single time? There we go. So we're just going to overlay this. I'm going to clone that, and we're going to take it to Dash. I'm telling you now, like Dash looks nice, man. Oh, I've just pasted an address. Not sure what that address is. That address is, I was looking at Little Pump, the celebrity, launched a meme coin, so I was looking at what his address was. So we need to copy it, not clone it, and then let's paste that onto Dash and see what we are saying and see if there's any similarities or if I'm being a complete moron. And let's see how we can fit this in here. Whoa. Okay. Looking like something like that. Could take Dash out towards a $308 price if we do something like this, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. That's some alpha for you, I think. I don't know if it definitely is. You tell me if it is in the comments. I'd love to see XRP outperform for the next few days or within the next few days. That's what I'm watching for. Got my eyes on Dash, got my eyes on those cryptos we talked about. Let me know what you guys think, anything that I've missed or anything you want me to cover. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.